Hello everyone, my name's Cameron and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be talking about something near and dear to my heart, WWE. Because of course we are, because that's all I ever talk about. But more importantly, we're going to be talking about who I think is the greatest of all time, the GOAT, the best wrestler to ever have been in this business. And now I'm going to say this before I get into this. I'm going to give a disclaimer. Yes, I know other people had different choices for this. Yes, I know it's all opinionated. And yes, I know the quote-unquote GOAT is only until another person comes along and they're regarded as the GOAT. I'm not going to try to say that that's not how it goes, because that's exactly how it goes. So, this is how we're going to be going with it, guys. So, now there's a lot of people who have been put in for greatest of all time, obviously, because it's a big deal. Chris Jericho, Sting, Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart. A lot of people have been regarded as the greatest of all time for good reason. A lot of these people have had big careers, have had a lot of good reasons to be considered as the GOATs. But in my opinion, there's only one that can be undeniably the GOAT, and that's Chris Jericho. Now, I used to not like Chris Jericho. I used to think he was a cocky jackass, and I used to think that his character was bad and that he was a bad wrestler. But then after I kind of got older and older, and I started watching older matches of Jericho's, and I started looking at Chris Jericho in a different light, I was like, dude, this guy's fucking fantastic. I was like, this dude fucking managed to get a goddamn list over. You've got to be pretty goddamn fantastic as a wrestler, as on the mic, and as just an entertainer in general, to be able to get a goddamn list over. Like, I'm not even fucking kidding. Like, come on, how the fuck do you do that? Like, how are you smart enough and cool enough to where you can get a fucking list over? Like, that's insanity to me. And that's why I think Chris Jericho's the best. Now, I know there's a lot of people who think, oh no, Chris Jericho sucks, but look at it this way. The dude keeps coming back. He doesn't need to keep coming back. He can coast off his legacy till the end of time, making an appearance every now and then like The Rock does, but he doesn't. That's why I don't think The Rock's the best, because The Rock doesn't show up enough. The Rock doesn't keep coming back to wrestle. The Rock stays in Hollywood because he doesn't want to wrestle anymore. Chris Jericho, who's in his mid-40s, comes back every few years, reinventing himself, doing a different character, always having a new gimmick to go along with, because that's who he is. That's what he does. That is his character by definition. Chris Jericho is a man who reinvents himself time after time after time after time to come back and do what he loves. And it's amazing. And look at it this way. The dude doesn't even just wrestle. He's also a lead singer for a band, which honestly his band is pretty fucking good in my opinion. And the dude just called out Kenny Omega. And he's going to be facing Kenny Omega at Wrestle Kingdom 12. Now here's what I think is going to happen. Wrestle Kingdom 12 is going to come along. Chris Jericho is going to win the match against Kenny Omega. For good reason. And then WrestleMania 34 is going to be coming around, and Bullet Club is going to show up. And yes, when I say Bullet Club, I mean every goddamn member of Bullet Club. I mean Omega, I mean Skrull, I mean the Young Bucks, I mean Cody, I mean Adam Page. I couldn't think of his name for a minute. I mean everybody, every single member of Bullet Club is going to show up, and they're going to call out Chris Jericho for Kenny Omega's rematch. And at WrestleMania 34, the big match is going to happen. It's going to be Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega. Omega's going to have the Bullet Club, the entire Bullet Club. Not just like one or two of them. The entire Bullet Club is going to be at ringside for him. And what's Chris Jericho going to do? Chris Jericho is going to grab a mic. He's going to look them all dead in the eye. And he's going to say, "You just made the list, you bunch of stupid idiots." And then he's going to call to his friends in the back. And who's going to come out? Big Show. Because he's still wrestling. I'm trying to think of other people that Chris Jericho's kind of like tagged with in the past and stuff. But basically what I'm saying is a bunch of people that Jericho's been friends with in the past, they're all going to come out. Kevin Owens is going to come out, and even though Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho didn't end very well, Kevin Owens will come out. AJ Styles will come out. Maybe Shelton Benjamin. Some more people from that Jericho was in the Money in the Bank ladder matches with. Anybody that's won a Money in the Bank ladder match basically will come out. And a bunch of people will come out to back him up because the Bullet Club's huge. And I feel like the fact that Chris Jericho could just call out a bunch of people that have had his back in the past, that he's known and he's helped in his business in the past, come out and help him would be fantastic. And I think that would be a fantastic way to bring Kenny Omega and the rest of the Bullet Club into WWE. And I think that'd be awesome if that's what actually ends up happening. Not that I think that the Bullet Club needs to be WWE, but I think it'd be awesome if they were. And then, right near the end of the match, you see Finn Balor and AJ Styles and Gallows and Anderson both come out. Maybe they're on AJ's side or on Chris's side. They go into the match. They all hit their finish. It goes exactly like this. Styles Clash, coup de grace, Magic Killer, and then they go to the side they pull off their current attires and they have Bullet Club t-shirts on, and then they go to Kenny Omega's side and Kenny picks up the win 1, 2, 3 over Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 34 and is able to get back at Chris Jericho for beating him in his own home. Is the biggest show of the year at his own place, and I think that would be a fantastic way to have it end. First off, it means that we get one of the most dominant stables of all time in the WWE. We get the Bullet Club. Also, it means that 4 of the original members, 4 people that are actually in WWE right now, minus Adam Cole because he's still in NXT. Hell, Adam Cole can come out too. I don't even fucking care. But they come out because they are in the We're in the Bullet Club, and they have the biggest reason to be there, as they've done a good amount in WWE to this point. If you don't think they have, well, let's look through it. AJ Styles, former WWE champion, former United States champion. Gallows and Anderson, former Raw Tag Team champions. Finn Balor, first ever and former Universal champion. And I think that would be a really, really cool way to have this whole feud thing with Omega and Jericho blow off. Also, next year on the Cruise to Jericho, the Young Bucks are going to be there, which is just fantastic. And I think could even make this a lot cooler and could actually make this whole feud grow even more. Hell, it could not even be WrestleMania 34 where this happens, and it could be like WrestleMania 35, and it could still end up being perfect. And if you guys are wondering why I keep turning away from my phone, I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online right now, so sorry about that. But yeah, I think it's gonna end up being a nice feud, and it could end up even bringing the Young Bucks into, or not Young Bucks, the Bullet Club into the WWE, and I think it'd be really cool if they did. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Stay golden. Peace.